So, here's a question I've always wanted to have an answer to. I've been asking, why should I pray for something over and over and over and over again? Why? I didn't just see any logic to that. Because, if I need something and I ask God, I need an answer, at least immediately. Yeah, so I've been asking myself that question. And finally, God helped me to understand. And that is why I also confirm it today that when God says something, it's not that, like if He says something and it doesn't make sense, it's not like God has made a mistake. No, it is just that we have not understood. Remember, God's ways are higher than ours. So here's the thing. I was reading in Christ Object Lessons. You must get this book. It's good. Christ Object Lessons, page 116, under the chapter Asking to Give. So it may be a long passage, but I think it's worth it. I know there's someone out there like me who's been wondering, why should I pray over something for a very long time? Is it that God is just trying to trouble me? Well, that was my question too. So here's something for you. So it says,
so it is with every other one of God's requirements. All His gifts are promised on condition of obedience. God has a heaven full of blessings for those who will cooperate with Him. All who obey Him may with confidence claim the fulfillment of His promises. But we must show a firm, undeviating trust in God. Often He delays to answer us in order to try our faith or test the genuineness of our desire. Having asked according to His word, we should believe His promise and press our petitions with a determination that will not be denied. God does not say, ask once and you shall receive. He bids us ask, unwearingly persist in prayer. The persistent asking brings the petitioner into a more earnest attitude and gives him an increased desire to receive the things for which he asks. Christ said to Martha at the grave of Lazarus, if thou wouldest believe, thou shouldest see the glory of God. John 11 verse 10. But many have not a living faith. This is why they do not see more of the power of God. Their weakness is the result of their unbelief. They have more faith in their own working than in the working of God for them. They take themselves into their own keeping. They plan and devise but pray little and have little real trust in God. They think they have faith, but it is only the impulse of the moment, failing to realize their own need or God's willingness to give. They do not persevere in keeping their requests before the Lord. Our prayers are to be as earnest and persistent as was the petition of the needy friend who asked for the loaves at midnight. The more earnestly and steadfastly we ask, the closer will be our spiritual union with Christ. We shall receive increased blessings because we have increased faith. Our part is to pray and believe, watch unto prayer, watch, and cooperate with the prayer-hearing God. Bear in mind that we are laborers together with God. 1 Corinthians 3 verse 9. Speak and act in harmony with your prayers. It will make an infinite difference with you whether trial shall prove your faith to be genuine or show that your prayers are only a form.
Here are 6 lessons that I got that helped me answer my question. And this is being the first one. All His gifts are promised on condition of obedience.
And all who obey Him may with confidence claim the fulfillment of His promises.
The second one is, we must show a firm and undeviating trust in God. Often He delays to answer us in order to try our faith or test the genuineness of our desire. So when you ask once and someone gives it to you, sometimes it's not even genuine that we ask something and we need that thing. So when we ask repeatedly, it just shows how serious we need that thing, how seriously we need that thing. The third one is the persistent asking brings the petitioner into a more earnest attitude and gives him an increased desire to receive things for which he asks. Okay, so it gives you a genuine attitude. You really need that thing. So actually praying persistently helps you to discover how much you really need that thing. Number 4, failing to realize their own need or God's willingness to give, they do not persevere in asking their request before the Lord. I hope you got that. And the 5th one, the more earnest and steadfastly we ask, the closer will be our spiritual union with Christ. This one hit me hard because it's very true. The more I really need something and I ask, let's say your beloved one is sick. You will ask the first time, okay. But when you see the condition of your beloved one not really changing, probably even getting worse, you would tend to ask more earnestly, and you persevere, and your spiritual union with Christ just gets closer, because there's nowhere else you're going to go to. You need Christ. So that's one of the reasons why. The 6th one, speak and act. Now this is I don't know if it's a rebuke, but it's something that confirms your seriousness also in your asking. But we are told here to speak and act in harmony with your prayers. It will make an infinite difference with you, whether trial shall prove your faith to be genuine or show that your prayers are only a form. So my friends, I'm happy I learned these lessons. I've learned these lessons because it was bothering me. And now I know that God works something in us. As we ask persistently, He is working something in us. He is making our relationship with Him stronger. And all that God does is for our good. For our good. God is love, and everything He does for us is love. So, are you someone who's been praying for something over and over again? Keep praying. Let's keep praying. Let's keep praying until that union with Christ is strengthened, until our faith grows, until we receive that blessing that God has for us. He will definitely bless us. Have a great day, and I love you all. Bye.